Hello everybody. This is my video of directions for the ERS scale that you have for 3 hours in your 3-hour observation for ECED 200. This is my first one, so please don't judge. But if you can see, each one of these booklets has something to do with the environmental rating scale. The one at the top is infant toddler, it is usually blue. School age care is purple. And then the early childhood preschool and pre-K environment rating scale is a yellow one. And it is a third edition, so that's the newest one that we have. But in any of these, we're going to just look at the same kinds of directions. So we're going to use the early childhood one for preschool first. And if you open inside the book, you will see that there are subsections that you'll be working with. So with with this one, you are doing space and furnishings, personal care, not personal care routines, space and furnishings, language and literacy, learning activities, and interactions. Those will be the things that you'll observe during the time that you're in the classroom for the 3 hours. So you will find page numbers at that very beginning. So we're going to start with space and furnishings on page 15 and just take a look at how it works. So on page 15, the very first question has to do with indoor space. And it's probably very hard to see it on here, but when you have the booklet, you'll be able to see. When you look at indoor space on this, the very first section is 1. Let's see if I can get it over. 1 is right here. And all the 1s should be a no. Let's hope they are, because if it's any yeses on those questions that come down through there, they are not a very quality place or classroom. So you're hoping all of these will be 1s, and then you're going to go over to the next section and you're going to read through. If everything on those questions is a yes, you keep moving over. Go over to 5. If you go over to 5 and you find a no in there in your questions, you're going to have to go up to the top and score that right there as a 4. Because the 4 would mean that it's not a 5 quality, but it is more than a 3 quality. So you're going to do that, and you're going to continue on. If all of your 5 questions are yes, you move on to 7. But if they are not, you stop at 6. So it's interesting how it works, and it takes a little experience, but I think that you'll be able to get through it. But your questions are on the front. In the back of the booklet are the answer areas. And they look something like, here's your first page of the score sheet. You'll see it has different things here, but here's your questions down at the bottom. This is the one that you will be working with, where you decide which the score is. You answer in the check marks whether they're yeses or nos. And then when you get to the top, let's say this one scored a 5, you circle the 5. Now, in that very first section, there are 7 questions. So when you get to question number 7, and that will be on page 3 of the score sheet, you're going to see a subskill right here. It's going to ask you what the amount of all the scores is as a total. So let's say you scored 7 of these questions and you gave them all 5s. Your score would be 7 times 5 is 35. And then it's going to ask you how many questions. Well, there were 7 questions. So your total subskill total there will be 5. And so you're going to do that for each of the sections that I asked you to do. And then when we get to the very end of this score sheet, you will find I'm having a hard time with my fingernails here. All right, you will find this score sheet. And all you're going to be doing is putting in the information that you've already scored. It says space and furnishings first. You're going to put the score, which was 35, the number of items scored, which was 7, and then your scoring average, which would be a 5. And that's all I'm asking you to turn into me. So when you're all finished, you scan this and send it to me along with a paragraph that tells me what you learned from this particular observation instrument. And then you also have the same sheet of classroom management. There, you will do two of them. One of them can be done in the same classroom that you did this, but then you'll have to pick one other classroom to observe and to see what kind of management that particular classroom uses for children. And that's your 5 hours of observation. So hopefully this is helping you, and you'll be able to do this without too much trouble. So let me know. Give me a call. Call me at my office, which is 732-1453 if you need my help. Or if you want to email, it's rhowe@edinboro.edu. Thank you.